Special thank you to our sponsors of Russ Reels Live, Oregon Marketing Group, the Alzheimer's Association, and AM 790 KWIL. For more information on Oregon Marketing Group and their marketing services, go to OregonMarketingGroup.com. And for more information on the Alzheimer's Association and how to give to this amazing organization finding a cure for Alzheimer's, go to ALZ.org. And finally, for more information on KWIL Quill for Christ, go to quillforchrist.com. Hey everybody, welcome to Russ Reels Live. I almost said the wrong show. Russ Reels Live at 4 p.m. on this Thursday afternoon. I am so blessed that you were here today. You know, Russ Reels Live is a fantastic opportunity at different subjects and great panels of experts. You know, this is a topic-driven, panel-driven live stream. So every week we pick amazing topics and we bring in amazing experts on that topic. And you know what? I was thinking today, I would love to hear from all of you, and I'll probably throw this out there a couple times during the show. But if you have topics that you would like to hear about, we may or may not do it, but I'd sure love to hear from you because I wanted to align with what we're all about. But if you have ideas for topics in alignment with what we normally are talking about, that would be great. Also, if you have ideas of people that you'd be interested in hearing from, always looking to connect with new people. So if you get an opportunity, I love to connect others, and I'd be happy for you to send connections our way as well. And that is so great. A lot of times LinkedIn's a great place to do that, or email or text, whatever works best for you. But yeah, just thinking about that tonight. And, you know, again, my name is Russ Hedge. This is Russ Reels Live, and I'm so excited. We're on every Thursday, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for your listening and viewing pleasure. And I love these opportunities to get together with amazing friends of mine who bless me with their time and bless you with their time and value and all the great expertise they have in different areas. Tonight, we're going to be talking about avoiding burnout, which is really important because we tend to overwhelm ourselves and often burn ourselves out because we do too much. I had one of those days yesterday. I don't know about you, but we all have it at times. And so we need to be very intentional about what we do. We're going to talk about that more tonight, but just wanted to give you some more information on our show tonight. You know, I am just always excited when we get here on Thursdays because we have great opportunity to add value to you. And I want to tell you that a good way to see all the stuff that we do here, whether it's Russ Reels Live or other live streams I do, and be part of an amazing community, is to subscribe on YouTube. I would love for you to be part of our YouTube community because you know what? We have such an amazing group. You can go to russreels.live, russreels.live today, open another tab, type in russreels.live, and you know what? Voila, my YouTube page will pop up and you can subscribe today. That will give you the access to hundreds and hundreds of live stream videos with amazing people. So one of my shows, Marketing with Russ, I'm coming up on my 400th episode. Russ Reels Live, I lost count. And I have other live streams that are there available as well. But the point is, there's so much value from some amazing people there. And so I just really want to encourage you to go to russreels.live and subscribe today. I'd love for you to be part of our community. Also, you know what? If you could share this out, that would be so amazing. Share and tag your friends tonight and tell them, you know, this is a great topic that we all need to be aware of. We all need to be thoughtful and intentional about our time and what we're doing. So we would love to hear from you. So share this with your friends, share this with your community, let them know that we are on live. And I know that there's already a ton of you watching. So listen, it would be so amazing if you would just all pop in the comments, say hi, let us know where you're watching from. That would be so amazing. We love engagement. And I tell you, if you get involved and engage, you can make great connections and build great community just in the comments of this live stream alone, much less other ways. And so just love for you to be part of that. I want to tell you too that I am here to connect and to add value to your life. I love to connect with people. Go to russhedge.com today and you can connect with me in any way that you're comfortable with, whether it's on social media, email, whether you would just like to text me or call me, or you can even schedule time directly on my calendar to Zoom. I would love to Zoom with you and get to know you. You know, this year again, my goal is to connect with at least 1,000 new people. I have just knocked that out of the park the last 2 years. So for the third year in a row, we're going to do this, another 1,000 people. And I would encourage you to be one of them because I would love to get to know you. So please today, would you please go to russedge.com if you haven't already? Also on russedge.com is a free download, a PDF on how to successfully transform your business in 3 simple steps. And if you missed my workshop today at noon, we had a great group there today. And if you missed that workshop, you can download that free uh, form, that free PDF worksheet. And I would love to talk with you about it. I would love to help you become a better connector and community builder. You know, transforming your business through people is amazing. You have to get to know people. And let me give you just a quick note tonight that when you engage with people, when you get to know people, actually connect with them and listen to them, this is where you find the people that know, love, and trust you, that you can work with, that you can do life with. And I want to encourage you today to download that PDF. And I would love to have a chat with you about that. I just love to have a chat with you. So okay. With that, I think that covers most of it. Other than at russedge.com, you can also get Befuddled, Live the Life You Choose, and my other books, which two of my amazing guests tonight have been part of, Rattled Awake, Volume 1. And you can also get A Note to My Family, I Am Your Legacy. Amazing books. To have two more coming out in the next couple of weeks. Perspectives on Cancer, Volume 2 is coming out, another amazing collaborative book. And Beyond Boundaries, another amazing collaborative book, both coming out here in the next few weeks. So look for those as well. And I think that just about does it. We're going to get this party started. And I'm going to bring in, we always go ladies first. And Dr. New is an amazing person, a friend, a newer friend, but somebody I feel like I've known for years. Here she is, the one and only Dr. New Truong. How's it going?
Hi, Russ. It's always an honor, and I'm so grateful to be here with you and everyone's watching. And you're just an inspiration, and you're walk the talk, right? Heart center for the people. I love it.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you too. And, you know, I am always looking to surround myself with amazing people, and I'm blessed to have people like you as friends and part of my community. But before I just brag on you too much, tell everybody, who is Dr. New and what are you all about?
Thank. Oh. Thank you, Russ. And it's happy Thursday. I was like, what day is it? Does anybody sometime realize like what day is it? And I think as we, you know, really talk speaking with the burnout, that's what sometimes it have to perspective and bring us back. And just a little bit about me for those who don't know. My name is Dr. Neutron, as Russ introduced, and really all about me is I want to spread love, kindness, empathy, compassionate for all over the world to know that to give them hope because I was a ex corporate, dropout leadership role, clinical pharmacist, holistic approach. But I want to help burnout pharmacists, healthcare professional to really reignite their purpose, right? To live fully, create a life by their own design, so that way they can have joy, fulfillment, and then so that way they can also bless that to others, share that love and kindness and that empathy and compassionate, so we don't treat just another person as a number. We treat it like our loved one. So when you really breathe it, everything else will flow. You're going to flourish and you're going to help so many other people. And that is what I want to do. And I'm so grateful for having me on this lovely, wonderful, thankful Thursday, Ross.
Well, you know what? When they invented heart-centered friendship, and they were thinking of you, I think, because you really care about people, and I think that's so important. And speaking of people that really care about people, Nick, the gifted bipolar writer, she's going by, but Nick is just an amazing friend. Hey, Nick, how's it going? Is
Why
she
was that
live?
mute button again?
There
It's
you go.
going. I made it. I'm here. Hi, guys. So good to be here again. We were here just a couple of weeks ago.
Yes. Well, that's you are just becoming a regular because, there's certain people that I love to invite back because they add so much value, and you are definitely one of them. And so for the few people here that don't know you, Nick, let everybody know who is Nick and what are you up to?
Okay, so I work with an elevator company. I've been in this industry the last 6 or 7 years. Before that, construction. And I did start my company, The Gifted Bipolar Writer, last year, and I am loving this topic tonight. Really loving it, and have my banner up there because when you think of burnout and you think of a lot of people do a full-time job, some do part-time as well, and then of course what happens personal and the things you want to commit yourself to, right? So how do you squeeze all of that in there and be okay? So there you could see what I
Very
do a bit
nice.
of social media content creation, two minds, two hearts, hence the two faces with the bipolarness that I deal with. But again, again, this topic speaks to me because there are a lot of people as well that deal with more than just, and they also have to figure out how that self-care plays in, to making sure they keep themselves well to stay on track.
Yeah, I think that certain people have really lived our topic tonight, and I think we all have a little bit, but I think you can really speak to that, and you've learned to come out of a lot of things to do really what you were gifted by God to do. You have really started doing some amazing things, things that you never thought you would be doing, and that's what I just think is so awesome about you, Nick. And we're going to bring in our next guest. We got Dr. George, or the Jeep, is here with us. Hey, Jeep, how's it going, buddy?
Oh, my brother from another mother. How are you?
Woohoo!
Yeah,
I'm missing you, man.
I know. It's crazy times right now, Russ. Sorry that haven't been in better touch. Nice to meet you, ladies. So happy that Russ had you on here. He's just such a phenomenal example to all of us, and I learned from his strength. Of this earth and not of this earth every single day. And just so
Amen.
happy to be part of his life.
Thank you. Well, I'm so happy you're part of my life too. That means more than you know. And so, for those that don't know you, who is Jeep and what are you all about?
Well, my better half, unfortunately, is not having the best health day, and so she couldn't
Oh,
be with us. But my wife, Vanessa, and I are healthcare professional marriage and relationship coaches. And this topic is near and dear to us because burnout is something that unfortunately affects our relationships. And if we don't do a good job being able to handle burnout, unfortunately, the people that we value the most in our lives tend to get the brunt of that. I'm not currently in practice, but certainly for several years was in practice, and um, that was something that Vanessa and I got through with techniques that we developed and techniques that we use today in couples that we coach. It's unfortunately, burnout has been here, and until we get a grip on how we treat each other and how society treats us, it's going to be here for a while, but we're here to help with that.
Well, and you know what? I mean, I think this is really important in relationships, especially. And I learned this because I need to work on this constantly as far as focusing on not overdoing things, not getting overwhelmed. In fact, I'm just going through a stage after my little, I had a little bit of an overwhelmed day yesterday. And part of that is dealing with, I had to do my taxes and had to do a bunch of stuff, and that is never good for my brain. And but unfortunately, I don't have a choice on that one. I have to do that. But we have to really take a look at things and evaluate and adjust our lives to make sure we're spending time with what is most important to us. And I can tell you that my beautiful wife and my family and things like that are the most important thing to me. And when I get out of balance, which I do at times, it's a matter of getting back in balance and finding time for what's important. And we have one more guest coming tonight, but she is still in clinic at the moment. So I'm going to pop back to New here real quick. And, on our topic tonight, New, we're talking about, really, I think a lot of it has to do with intentionality and prioritization because a lot of our overwhelm and our things that cause burnout are of our own doing sometimes, don't you think?
Yes. Some of the things it really touch on the burnout. It's the same. Let's say both person walking the same scenario, right? But your lens and your perspective, you can take it as the opportunity, and you're so excited, and you're gonna have it's just it fill you joy. But if it's something that's a burden, you look at it's like, man, do I have to go to work? Do I have to wake up? Do I, my alarm, and you have to hit the buzz, or you're aching tired because it's not those are things that it give you sign, it give you clues, because it's how you view your circumstances. It's how you view um, the world around you. And if you look in the positive, it could be the worst nightmare that you think of right now, but it's an opportunity for you to grow, to embrace that challenges head on. So that way you can get on the other side knowing what are your strengths, what are your weakness, what are you learning from it. So when you have that mindset, that will take you to a different, it's a growth mindset instead of
Yeah.
that limiting belief, right? That
Right.
limiting belief that you can't do it.
That's right. No, it's so true. And I think it's important with our mindset. It's a good thing you bring that up because it's all mindset and perspective at times that help us balance out the activities around us. And before we get too deeper into things, we're going to bring in our last panelist of the night with the big smile, the glitter practitioner, Dr. Nupi. Aurora's in the house.
Hi.
Woo-hoo.
Oh, hi. I am so sorry, guys. I literally going to take my glasses off, actually. Hello. Hi. Sorry I'm late. I've
No
literally
worries,
just
don't worry.
finished.
Oh,
Well, why don't
glittered one.
Yes, the glittered one has arrived.
Oh, do you know, I didn't recognize you with your cap on. I actually just
My
forgot that
glitter
we're live.
mess.
Oh, my goodness. I've not heard that for ages. Hi. Where's Vanessa?
She's having not feeling too well today.
Oh, give her my love. Give her my
Oh,
love.
I will definitely do that. She misses being here, but I'm here in her
Oh.
stead. Never as good, but here nonetheless for her.
Oh, hi, Nick. Hi,
Hi,
Dr. New. Hello. Oh my gosh, CJ's here. Hello. Oh, I've gone. It's just totally buzzed me up, to be honest.
So
Yeah.
Nupi, let me rein you in and tell
Yeah.
everybody, little sis, who is
Yes.
Dr. Nupi Aurora, the glitter practitioner, and what in the world are you all about?
Okay, I'm literally all over the place, actually. I'm like, my eyes have gone all Google-eyed. Okay, and time for the glitter practitioner to come into it. I feel like I've done a... And now I am the glitter practitioner. So I am a GP. I'm a family physician in the UK. I've literally just finished clinic. I'm doing online urgent care triage from home. And I am passionate about what I do, which is sharing and showing with others how to understand. I miss you too, CJ. Truly understand how to recognize your whole self-health needs, how that the interplay between the physical health, emotional and spiritual, all of these govern your health and well-being. And it's recognizing what you can do for self and to keep these needs realigned, replenished and restored always. And that is the glitter. That is the key. And I literally light up just even talking about it. I can feel it in my energy and in my eyes. I'm like, that's the glitter. And that's what I'm all about. And that's how I practice medicine. So it's combining this holistic sense of your whole self-health needs as the core foundation to health and well-being, alongside the conventional medical model of care, which is disease orientated. Of course, there is science, and it is when you integrate the two, healing, that's when transformation starts happening. That's what I'm about, really, and sharing that with as many people as possible with a sole purpose mission of glitterifying the world.
And she does, everybody. I can tell
Yeah,
you,
Yes,
at the
she
first
does.
meeting, the first time I met Nupi in person, she is as glittery in person as she is on the screen. So it is all true.
Oh, bless
So,
you. And burnout is my sorry, I just got all excited because of course I was going to come on to today's show. It's
of course,
burnout. I mean, I'm a burnout warrior, of course.
of course. And
That's
we're
how I developed the F list,
right.
which came from my experience of burnout, and it's everything I've learned and shared ever since. And it is exactly how to keep your needs in alignment. That's the whole thing. That's the magic. So, yeah, I
Yeah.
can't wait for this conversation.
It is so great to have you here. And
I
Nick,
kind of feel like I've
I'm
muddled
going to
that
bounce
through.
to you real quickly here and tell everybody a little bit about how this topic has affected you and the improvements and the good things that you're doing.
Yeah, so burnout's a tough one. I'm pretty sure that my background went off and you could see my sink full of dishes back there. So hey, listen, it ties right in, to be honest with you, right? So when I think of burnout, and yes, just so you know, Nupi is like when you meet her in person, you are just enveloped in this absolute aura of tornado full with sunshine, and she just, my God. Um,
Oh, Nick.
so part of it, like you said, is prioritizing, right? Prioritizing your time and what you need to do. So if I come home and I'm having a late day, I'm working, on my gifted bipolar right at night after work, dishes could sit there. I'm pretty sure I have more dishes in the cupboard. So, definitely you got to prioritize. Um, I think self-awareness is very important. You have to know yourself and your own boundaries. Um, you will know when something's off, when something's just not right, whether it's physically, mentally, emotionally. And I think, with my bipolarness, especially, I have to be so in tune. So that medication is taken every day like clockwork. If I start to feel any changes, I will call and I will speak to my doctor. Um, that's the basis. And it's like with any illness, right? It doesn't matter what that illness is, whether it's diabetes and you feel like you're going into diabetic coma or whatever else it is, like you have to take care of yourself. I think that that's the start of making sure that you can deal with what you have to deal with before
Right.
you end up getting to that point of burnout.
No, I think totally. So, such an important point because self care, taking care of yourself, you are going to get ahead of the game instead of letting yourself get to that point where you're going to burn out. And I think that, yeah, I mean, that is such an important thing. And Jeep, I'm sure that you deal with so many of your clients too, how this affects relationships and all that as well.
Well, absolutely. And um, so well said, Nick. Incredibly well said. And you're definitely a person to look up to with what you do, and how you're able to be an example for people. Just phenomenal. As we tell the couples that we coach, each of them, to say that uh, you have to count, you have to have that awareness of self, because if you don't, you're not going to respect each other, and other people aren't going to respect you, especially your patients. And the worse that it gets, and the worse your ability to be able to keep yourself under control, the worse it's going to get with your patients, the worse it's going to get with yourself, and it's going to be a cycle that's going to continue to repeat itself, and worse. My brother just retired. He's younger than me. Did this for a long time, but kind of got into that habit of letting medicine control him rather than him control medicine. Don't get me wrong. I'm happy to be able to spend more time with him. I'm happy to grow our relationship, but medicine just ate him alive, and it's a statistic that all too many of us continue to fall prey to, and our relationships just are unfortunately just battered as a result of it.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, it does play havoc with relationships. And, Nupi, we're going to jump back to you. And I think it's so important. I mean, you've experienced firsthand and come out of this and developed so many positive things from it. Talk about that.
I think I was reading one of the comments. I hope I'm pronouncing your surname right, from Jane Luong. I hope I've said that right. Forgive me if I haven't. Her question was, how do you come back after something like burnout? What do you put into place that helps you to refuel so you don't go back stepwards? And I think that's the key of recognizing, acknowledging what is happening. Pay attention to how you're feeling truly. Are you, it's what I say actually. It's, are you, if you go on the emoji, I am emoji queen. So are you kind of like a meh, or are you kind of like, fuck off, not asked, can't be asked anymore? Or are you like, oh my God, I'm so fed up? Where on the scale of that are you? And it's recognizing, you know what, you deserve so much more than that. No job is worth sacrificing your health for. And you can keep going and keep pushing through. I know I did, but part of that was because I fucking love what I do. I absolutely have a passion for what I do. There were other factors, but I was ignoring my own baseline needs. I was ignoring certain physical symptoms, for example. So it's taking that awareness, it's acknowledging it, and it's giving yourself grace that it is so okay to ask for help, to reach out. You're not on your own through this. And to come back to what do you put in place? Well, it's taking that step back, giving yourself that precious pause time to rest, to recuperate, to truly look in and see, okay, what parts of my life are not in alignment? What am I ignoring? What can I do to make things work? What might somebody else help me with? Maybe it's a job role change. Maybe it's looking at the hours you're working, or maybe getting more help or support in. Everyone's different, but honor your baseline needs. That's the beginning. And then take one baby step to reach forward. You've got to where you've got to. You can only change things in order to improve it. And it starts with that awareness of self. How am I? How am I truly? And I'm not settling for, yeah, I'm okay, I guess. Fuck that. No, you deserve to be your boldest, brightest self. absolutely full of joy, full of love, full of light. And that's not made up stuff. That is the truth. And it's attaining that in your own way. Everybody's different. I'm very fizzy and like this, so I'm very expressive with all of that. Other people aren't. And I'm not saying
No,
everybody has to
you're
go,
kidding.
oh,
You're
yeah,
expressive.
I'm BU with bells on kind of thing. It's what lights you up. That's the key. And it's allowing yourself to rediscover that for yourself.
So I think that's a really good point you bring up, and actually, Dr. New, I would like you to talk to this, and that is so many people, like Nupi was saying, great point. You got to be yourself and do it the way that works for you and take care of yourself. So many people are trying to be somebody they're not. They're trying to live somebody else's life, and that is what is stressing, overwhelming, and causing pre-burnout, right?
Yes. Well, well, I can't even talk right now. Is showing up as real, being authentic is so important, because when we wear masks, or we have to hide, or we have to really show up in a different way when we're not aligned with our values and why we do anything, right? Our thoughts and our action, if they're aligned, then magic happen, because you're nurturing your body, mind, and spirit. Everything it's one, right? Holistic. When we talk about self-care, it's not just the physical body, it's not just a mind. Everything has to be in sync. And until then, you have to know, being self-aware of who you are, right? What is your purpose in life? Why do you show up in a networking event, or why do you do what you do every day, right? It has to start with who you are, how you show up, how do you serve. And when you do find that, that is when you know things that doesn't serve you, it doesn't align with your values, it doesn't align with your purpose. You're not gonna go socialize. Let's say if I don't drink, I'm not gonna be socialized in a place that people drink and smoke. No offense to those who smoke and drink, but for instance, we can still have an event. We can still socialize, but as far as getting further and keep on saying, oh, I'm gonna go to those gathering, it might not be. Maybe we'll meet in virtual, right? You have to know your boundaries. You have to know where your boundary is a limit, right? That is where it's become healthy. Then you still can have a relationship, you can still build a community, but you know yourself. Until you know yourself, you can't serve others, because then you can be in that conflict of saying, that ego turn in, right? Why did she talk bad about me? I didn't do anything. So that is like our self-taught in our head about other people. So that's why you have to know yourself. Until you do, you cannot show up as real, then people will pick up that vibe. When people say, it doesn't sense, something's not right with Russ today or new today, right? But if
Right.
you're the same every day, then everybody know who you are, because you don't wear that mask. And
Right.
with, I'm so passionate. I think, Jeep was talking about healthcare. That is something I think it's all industry, but as far as healthcare, if we're wearing masks and we're not showing up as real, and we're not treating the patient as our loved one, how are we going to best serve the patient, right? The patient is our loved one. If we imagine that is our best mom, dad, or our kid, we're going to serve and reach for, go above, beyond. That is where we need to get all of us to be in that place of joy and fulfillment, because we get to serve. We get to be able to help others. It's not a burden. It becomes joyful, because that is where you're meant to be. But if you're not aligned, that's where you go burn out, because you're fighting against what it was not meant for you to be there. It was
Right.
not meant for
Yeah.
you to be in that. That is where I think everyone is sharing that.
Yeah. And it's so important to start, especially in healthcare, because it's the role that you're in. It's a natural thing. I'm not saying it's just exclusive to healthcare professionals, by the way. It's a caregiving role. And to do that, it is fundamental you put your needs first. And that's above anything, really. That's anybody, but more so with healthcare professionals, because we're the worst. We are the worst. We always tend to take a back step. and oh no, I can do that, and I can say and do for my patients, but not for myself. So there's a discord already. So it's turning it right round. It is about valuing yourself. It's know thyself, put your needs top, keep them in tip-top place. And of course, things happen, of course. But if you're not, as a healthcare professional, doing that for self, it's going to catch up on you. And sometimes you might have to learn the hard way. And again, it's just, recognizing it, rebalancing back again. But
Yeah,
many don't.
right.
And it's
And
so sad. It's awful.
I think that's important what you just said. Recognizing it and rebalancing. And I think whatever we're going through, Nick, there's times when we need to rebalance our lives and we need to take care of things, whether it is, something we have to deal with all the time. You talk about the bipolar is something you have to deal with, but you do it in a marvelous way, and you do it to the benefit of not only yourself, but others. And I think that rebalancing is so important, right?
Yeah, it definitely is. And I have to say that a lot of times when people talk burnout, they think burnout in terms of your job. You could burn out in many, many ways, and it's not just your job. So the thing for me is everybody going to get to work a job that they love? No. That's the reality of it. But the reality is also we have bills to pay. So for me, what helps, and I do like my job, mind you, but I also found a way to do something that fills me up, which is what I do as the gifted bipolar writer, what I do as my live shows and my audios, and working within my community, doing anthologies, giving others a chance to shine. Not just me. Look what I'm doing, what I'm doing, what I'm doing for me, for you, for everybody else, but actually giving others. And in a sense, when you do that, you're stress relieving others as well and helping them to avoid feeling that stress, which helps to alleviate the burnout. So when I think of work-life balance, you see that a lot, right? Everywhere. What is work-life balance? Somebody could work 12 hours a day and be less closer to burnout than somebody working 8 hours a day. Why? Lots of different things. For me, I have a happy marriage. I have a peaceful home. There are things in my personal life that I feel very supported by. When you're in an antagonistic personal life, that also detracts, right? So everything adds up. You kind of have to look at the whole 360. It's not just from the time you enter the office and the time you leave the office that burnout occurs. It's 24/7, monitoring the situation, monitoring you, and knowing which things and which people, which situations and stuff like that you need to step away from so that you keep yourself where you need to be. And like you say, Russ, the end of the day, who does it really affect? Doesn't it just affect you? You don't just lose a job and can't pay bills. It starts tearing up the people around you that you really, really love.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I can't put a price on my happy marriage. I can't.
Yeah. No, that's a super good point. We do not live in a bubble. And so what we do doesn't just affect us, it affects others, right, Jeep?
Absolutely. And my glittered sister is so right. You, those of us in healthcare, and by no means is it just healthcare, but we're called when we choose to do this for what we're going to do with our lives to give so much of ourselves for altruistic reasons. And if you don't watch, I mean, I look at burnout like a piece of dynamite with an extra long wick, and so you light it, and as something happens, the speed with which that wick continues to burn and burn and burn, it just increases. So it may be a bad day at work, or somebody asks you to do a little bit more, or you take an extra phone call at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning after you've had a hellacious day, or what's going on at home. So just add to that, and eventually that slow wick just burns and burns and burns, and then there's an explosion. And instead of like the stewardess tells you to put the oxygen mask on yourself first before you put it on the child that's sitting next to you, you've neglected to do that. So now there's this explosion, and as Dr. Nude just said, or Nick just said, you're not only not good to yourself, you've made these decisions, you've not had proper boundaries with yourself, you've not respected yourself. So what happens, this explosion, this piece of dynamite that has exploded, now only affects not only you, but your patients, your kids, your friends, your wife. And you just have to be able to get a hold of that. Is this an easy thing to do? No, it takes practice and
Yeah.
belief in who you are as a person and that you matter.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. No, you're so right. You're so right. So listen, we are, wow, this is the topic that could go on and on and on, but we're actually in the last round here. So, Nupi, you're just chomping at the bit. So I'm going to let you start this round off, but I want you to give everybody your wrap up comments, what your golden nugget of this topic is that really you want to stick with people. And then how do people get in touch with you? You go first.
Okay. So my last golden nugget would be own your needs, know your worth, stand in your power, and truly live the life you were meant to, and be your boldest, bravest, most badass self, which is being you with bells on. I've not said that for ages. That is my finishing touch there. And you can find me on LinkedIn, you can get hold of me through direct message or via my Calendly link. Alternatively, you can also find me on, my mind's gone blank, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, all under The Glitter Practitioner. You can also find me every Monday in my live stream show, Live with The Glitter Practitioner, every Monday at 12 noon Pacific, other way around, 8 p.m. GMT, which is 12 noon Pacific Standard Time. And it happens to be produced by my wonderful big bro and producer, Russ. And if you can't get hold of me, get hold of Russ Hedge at russhedge.com. He gets hold of me. So there you have it.
That was so good. So good. And, I appreciate you so much, little sis. I appreciate you coming on at this late hour of the evening for you. We are going to bounce to Dr. New next. Are you ready?
Yes. So my golden nugget, I want for everyone to know that the power is within you. Be mindful. All the thoughts, your words are very powerful. It's not just the action. Whatever world you want to create, whatever dreams you want, it start with your thoughts and taking that consistent actions. Turn anything from a negative to a positive. And when any obstacle comes to you, just do a deep, 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 deep breathing. Fill up all your air in your lungs and sigh it out, and be grateful for all that you have, because the present moment is all you have, and you have one life. So you're not guaranteed tomorrow. So don't wait another day. And you go for it. You're powerful. You're worthy of anything. So I'm cheering you on. I love you all. Always lead
Perfect.
with love, kindness, empathy, and compassion, and nothing will be. You'll be unstoppable. So that is my
Yes.
wish.
That is so awesome. Definitely. And you know what? I want to remind everybody that all of this connection information is in the show notes. It's clickable. You can go directly to these wonderful people. And Nick, you are up next.
Okay, so do you, be you, figure out what makes you happy. Put that first, period. When you're happy, you can do everything else from a good place. So you have to align with yourself, first and foremost, like Dr. Nu said. Once you're in alignment with yourself, things are going to flow naturally. You're not going to feel pressure. And that alleviates that part of it because there's going to be pressure in life. This is life, this is reality. No matter how proactive we are, no matter how much we try, we're going to have those moments, we're going to have those days. And some of us, if not all of us, will eventually reach some point of, oh my God, I just want to pull all my hair out. But, on those days, accept that you're human, accept that you need to sit down and you need to think back to all that you have achieved and be happy in knowing that your success and your happiness is not measured by anybody else's yardstick. You have to have your own measure of that. It comes down again, like everyone says, to self-worth. If you don't feel that self-worth, then you are not going to feel fulfilled as a person, and everything else is going to tumble from there.
Awesome. Awesome. And people get in touch with you how?
LinkedIn, where we all are, where everyone always is. I'm on Facebook too. Yes, I'm on Instagram too. And Sunday mornings, I do have an audio room called Nick Nevin Control. And you can pop in there, 9:30 a.m. Eastern. And the floor is always open. The topics are forever changing.
So awesome. So awesome. Well, thank you so much. Jeep, you're wrapping it up for us here.
Oh, thank you, my brother. I would say be an advocate for yourself first, but instead of trying to be an advocate for everybody else, which is easy to do as a doctor, let other people around you, especially those who mean so much to you, advocate for you. And allow them to do that, allow them to help you rather than them on occasions, like I said at the beginning, of them being whipping posts for your inability to share and handle the issues that you deal with. Again, not easy to do, but can be done. It just is something that you have to be self-aware. Self-awareness also very important. How you get in touch with me, myself, and my lovely wife Vanessa is we have a practice called Best Friends Again. In fact, that's the name of our website. We are on all of social media, but mostly LinkedIn. Please follow us, like us. All of our information, our email and numbers are all on our website as well as LinkedIn. So if you need help, please do not suffer in silence. Please seek it if you need it.
That is perfect. I love that. Please seek it if you need it. That is such a great way to put it. And Jeep, what amazing words to wrap things up for today. I appreciate you more than you know, and all of you. This is such a deep and important topic. We could keep going and keep talking for a long time on this, but we got to wrap it up for today. But I want to thank all of you for joining me and just adding so much value to people, to the people watching today. I want to encourage all of you watching to make sure and share this out. You can still share it out. Even if you're watching on replay, please put hashtag team replay, please comment, and please share it with your friends, because it doesn't matter what you're watching live or in replay. This sits on the platforms, Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube for infinity and beyond. And so I would love for you to continue to share this. And remember, you can go to russreels.live to subscribe to my YouTube page. Would love for you to do that. Get all the value of the hundreds of live streams I have on there and the amazing people like you see right in front of you that I've been blessed by God to be friends with. And I'm so thankful for that. So thank you, all of you. I'm going to send you all to the green room. Hang tight for just a second after I say bye, and I'll see you in a minute.
Bye, Russ.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Wow. Such amazing friends. I tell you, I am so blessed. And all of you for being here. Thank you. Oh my goodness, what a great group. Didn't have time to do as many comments as I normally would do, but I just want to tell you all how much I appreciate you, how much I would love you to be part of our YouTube community and be part of my community. Please reach out. RussHedge.com is my website. I told you that before, and that is the way you get in touch with me. Everything about me is on there, from my live streams to my books, and just how to reach out and have a chat. And please subscribe on YouTube. I'd love for you to be part of our YouTube community at russreels.live. Simple, simple, simple. And wow, what an amazing group tonight. Thanks everybody for being here. If you haven't got a chance, you can still comment and still let us know where you're calling or where you're viewing from. That'd be so great. And we are here every Thursday on Russ Reels Live at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for your listening and viewing pleasure. And quite often, some of these people that are here tonight will be back along with other amazing people. So until next week, have an amazing and blessed life. And we will see you next Thursday at 4 p.m. Have a blessed life. See you, everybody. Bye.